That very day, the first day of the week, two of Jesus' disciples were going to a village 7 miles from Jerusalem called Emmaus. And they were conversing about all the things that had occurred. And it happened that while they were conversing and debating, Jesus himself drew near and walked with them, but they were prevented from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing as you walk along?" Good morning on this April 27th. Father Walter here with Brother Hyacinth in St. Vincent Ferrer's Church. And we're pursuing our Mystagogy project. And this week we are walking with the two disciples on the way to Emmaus, and we're discovering that we're accompanied. You could even say that the part of this gospel we just heard tells us a truth that is made known to us, and one that can give us insight all the way along, and it's this: that the risen Lord is always walking with us to Mass. Or to flip it around, to say we as baptized people are always walking to Mass, and the risen Lord is with us. You know, we understand that having been baptized, we have been set in motion toward heaven. But along the way, the going is amazing, amazingly wonderful, amazingly difficult, perplexing, long. All these experiences that give us exultation, that give us sorrow, that give us endurance, that give us wonderment. And as we walk along, we are really talking about them with each other. And this experience of pandemic would be one example. How much time do we spend working through what we have experienced? On the phone, over the internet, over Zoom. So the Gospel of Emmaus gives us fresh insight into ourselves and our situation. And you notice that the two disciples walking along are nobody in particular. I mean, one of them is named Cleopas, but we're not told about their position in the community. We're not told about, who they are in detail, because really they could be us. Walking along, digesting human experience, our experience, in the light of God's promise. The two disciples have already experienced the promise of Jesus in his ministry, and they're wondering what has happened. And that is the point where he meets them. And they discover that there is this companion who is able to make sense of experience. In a way, you and I have been set in motion, and we recognize that this experience of the risen Lord comes to us by the working of the Holy Spirit as we walk the terrain of our own lives. I mean, it's a terrain that is not always well mapped ahead, but we're walking it, and we discover that we have a light within that enables us to cope, and more than cope. And that's really what the Lord is about. We're walking toward heaven, but we're walking through life toward heaven. And along the way, there is Mass. And it is the place to which we bring all of life's experiences and put them before the altar. And Jesus responds to them with that gift of himself. And this is, I think, really to give us confidence that as we move forward in life, led by the Spirit, on a mission toward the neighbors to whom we were assigned, that we will be directed, and that the experiences we have on the way with our neighbors will bring us insight ourselves to make us more able to serve them and more able to welcome the vision of God that is coming. And so, we keep walking. Talk to you tomorrow.